Yeah, good evening everyone.
Welcome to the
7-day
ANSYS
ANSYS
course.
course. This is the day 2 of the day 7 course.
From here,
From here, Chandra Sekhar sir will be taking over. Sir, please carry on.
Okay, Mr. Madhukar. Welcome to all of you.
Your voice
Your
is
voice is very low, so please check the voice. Your voice very low.
Very low. Now? Madhukar? Is it audible right now?
Still low, sir.
Still low?
here.
Right now, Mr. Madhukar? Is it audible?
Yes, sir. You can carry on.
Okay. Welcome to AutoCAD course. Welcome to ANSYS course. Day 2. Today we are going to discuss introduction to FEM and ANSYS software. As all of you are aware of that, what is meant by FEM? Finite element model, or we can call it finite element technique also. That's theoretically another subject which we are not going to discuss here, but it is related to the ANSYS software. Whatever CAD softwares are available in the market, they will use finite element method, finite differential method, and other different mathematical process they are used to solve our mechanical problems. Now, in FEM, so many softwares are available. Even in ANSYS also, so many modules are available. I will try to show you. When you go for the FEM, you can solve our mechanical problems or electrical problems, any type of simulation problems you can solve by using different softwares. Even we can work on SolidWorks. SolidWorks we call it as Simula, even CFD, which belongs to ANSYS also, and even CATIA, and some other so many softwares are available on the market. By using those softwares, you can solve so many design problems or simulate whatever problems we are going to face in market or depending upon the customize. Okay. Today, I will try to show you what are the ANSYS modules available. Just simply click on the start button. Go to the ANSYS folder. You can see so many modules are available. Animate module, ANSYS admin. Irrespective of that, CAD configuration manager, CFX, and DC evaluation, design point services. These are the modules, different modules available. You can go even Fluent. Here you can see the Fluent for solving the different types of fluid problems. It completely belongs to CFD, computational fluid dynamics, by using a Fluent tool. And mechanical problems like structure problems, gear train mechanism problems, or any lever type problems, or else links. Those are all the mechanical problems you can solve by using this module. Okay. Okay. Here you can see so chemical problems also we can solve. CFX belongs to same module as fluid. Computational fluid problems we can solve by using that. And you can see the turbo, some sort of turbine problems, so turbine design blade problems. So how much speed it will rotate at the fluid velocity this much, or define the fluid dynamics, how the turbine will behave, whether it may be jet propulsion turbine blade or wind turbine blade. Like different modules are available. Any one of them we can use. It's up to us. Depending upon our problem, we can select. Here, two methods are available. One is CUI, another one is GUI. What is meant by CUI? Command user interface. So every time we need to specify each and command by using hierarchy. Until unless you complete lower command, you can't go for higher commands. Like it will follow hierarchy. That's called command user interface, CUI, which we are going to use by using mechanical APDL product launcher. That also we will explain. And another method is graphic user interface. In ANSYS, Workbench. Here you can see the Workbench module is completely dependent on graphic user interface. Simply you can click on those graphics by selecting those graphic modules. We can solve the problem. In ANSYS, you can import any sort of drawing files. You can use your own defined softwares for drafting or generating the 3D part models, whatever it may be. Here, so many other modules also available, like IC engines problems you can solve by using IC engine modules. There are other modules also available, which here it is not displaying, but when you go to the ANSYS full version, there you can find out. IC simulator, particularly designed for thermal problems, engine related problems. We can simulate and check out. For suppose our engine efficiency is 36%, you increase it to 40%. Whether the engine will work in different boundary conditions or not, those are the things we can check out by using that module. I think yesterday he taught you how to install the software. In that, a number of modules are there. Depending upon your choice or known by you, select those modules only, because a number of modules are available which are unnecessary for us. Even if you install also, you are not going to use. But what happened? The space consumption, the process speed will decrease. The space consumption is more problem. In C drive, it occupies lot of space. So better not to install unnecessary modules. Before installation only, you better decide what are the modules you want to install. That can minimize your process time also and workload on computer or processor. So better to select particular modules, install later. Now go to the mechanical product launcher. Right. will open it again and show you. Quit no save. That means we are not saving the files. Then you can select the ANSYS folder. In that, go to Mechanical APDL Product Launcher. This one is the Mechanical APDL Product Launcher. It's taking time. As I said earlier, there are so many modules available. It has to initialize the particular module. In that process, it will go to the ANSYS folder, check all other modules, wherever the module it has to find. Once finding out related to that module, files only it will open. To search, to open, the computing time will.
Please carry on, sir.
Here, if the product launcher works, we are supposed to change job name and directory, but it's not working. I'll just show you. By default, it will take file name, job name as a file. You can change it to your wish, or if we are going for structural problem, I will specify structural. If you are going for thermal problems, you can specify thermal 1, thermal 2. Like you can define job name. Press OK. Where it's going to save the file, I will show you. Change the directory. If you go for the product launcher, there we have an option to change the directory, but unfortunately it's not working. Means you can change the directory from file menu option. Go to the file menu, click there, change the directory. It will show you here the directories whatever available. Click on anywhere. Make sure that path must be remembered by you. Then later on you can open the file. Here we are going for local drive E. Selecting some mechanical projects folder. Press OK. So whenever we save the file, it will automatically save in the file location with the file name structure that you want to see. You can see that, or else if you want if you want to specify any titles, then we can go for here file, change title. You can specify the title, structure analysis of beam. You can specify. Press OK. It's supposed to show you here. As we are discussing, it's command user interface. Unless until you follow the hierarchy, it won't show you. So that means we need to ask the software or command the software to display title here. Already we specified the title, but it's not displaying. If you want to display, replot it. Means the graphic area will be refreshed. Whatever the changes we did, it will try to show you. Here you can see structural analysis of beam being displayed as a title. Like we can specify any title, or else you can write your own signature there also. That's up to us. This is called title bar. Whatever the version of ANSYS we are using, it show you here, and the file name with extensions, whatever the extension, it will show you here. And these are called menu bars. Whenever you click, one menu will pop up. That's why it's called menu bar. See?
There is a doubt,
Instead
sir.
of replot there,
Hello, sir.
right click, you can use this one. Plot or replot. Hello?
Sir, there is a
So there is a doubt from another section. What is the difference between Workbench and APDL?
One more is
difference between
job
job name and changing title.
Yeah, I will explain. Now I'm going to chat box. Let me check out. Yeah, what's that dot? Workbench and ANSYS APDL. I will come to that after finishing these introductions. Wait a few more minutes. We will give you clarification time. So we allotted clarification time for your doubts. We will give you the time for queries also. Don't worry. First, let me finish the syllabus, whatever the syllabus they set for today. Ms. Madhukar, please open the syllabus. Analysis software. So we are just discussing analysis software. This toolbar you can hide by clicking here. It will hide and open. And this one is called command area. If you are thorough with commands, you can use here. Now it's ready to accept the commands. Whatever you wish, you can specify. It will give you the help also. See, you can dial L means line, point 1, point 2, nodes, space, x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, like number of parameters you can specify for that line. This is called command user interface. You can run once you familiar with the commands, whatever available in ANSYS, or else you can use graphic user interface. As we discussed, it will follow the hierarchy. You solve the problem, whatever problem being solved, you can generate program for that. That program you can directly paste here in command manager. You can execute a number of times by simple modifications. Like suppose we are analyzing a mosquito bat handle. The length of the mosquito bat and the diameter of the mosquito bat are varying with the different dimensions. Okay. Every time you need not to analyze that. Okay. Once you generated this type of program, simply you can change the dimensions, execute, you can see the results. Whatever the results you get, those all you can compare. You can optimize at what length, what diameter the mosquito bat is working, optimizing that one procedure. Like per command is most useful. When you have to repeat same analysis or same problem with minor module changes, then you can use this command. And this is called graphic area. This entire area is called graphic area. When whatever analysis we did, it will show you here academic version 2020 up to date, time. So whatever we did, it will show you here. By default, we are working in XY plane. If we want to change, we can change. If you want to visualize in isometric view, here, just simply click on that. You can see the isometric view in graphic area. Now it is visualizing X, Y, Z. Compared to other software, a little bit difference here. The Z direction opposite to XY plane. In all other softwares, it is reversed. And these are the views: front view, top view, side view, trimetric views. Like you can view. These are the translations. Like you can translate in X direction, Y direction, Z direction. These are the rotations. You can rotate. Z plus, Z minus. Like we can rotate. Graphic area, title bar, and this one is called menu bar. As we discussed, it will follow hierarchy until unless you define preferences, you can't go for preprocessor. Once preprocessor commands are over, then you can go for the solution. These are the different modules or different problems we can solve by using this software. You can see, if you want to solve the structure problem, just click on the structure. If you want to change, you can change it. These are all the modules available in APDL, Mechanical Product Launcher. At a time, for solving the problem, structural and thermal, vice versa. We can select both. We can translate structural analysis results into thermal analysis results into structural. I will give you an example. First, suppose due to structural problem, the deformation is some 2%, 3% on that component. That 2%, 3% deformation you want to use as an input for thermal analysis. Then you can go for structural to thermal. It will default to the deformation and structural analysis results as an input to thermal analysis. That's the advantage. Like we can use subtours. This one is called task manager. Whatever the task we are performing, it will show you here. No, it's time to process session queries. Somebody asked, what is the difference between ANSYS Workbench and APDL? Mr. Kedar. See, Mr. Kedar, Workbench is graphic user interface. Okay, there you can solve problems, same problems, whatever you are doing in APDL classical module. Those you can solve in Workbench also. Completely, it's depending upon graphic user interface. But in APDL, you can use command user interface as well as graphic user interface. That's the advantage. Yeah. He's asking changing job name and changing title. Job name means file name. Whatever the files you want to save, that will be saved by job name you specified. Title means whatever the results you got after analyzing the problem. There it will display the title. So in results file, the title will be there. Whatever the results file, that name is called job name. You can save by using that job name. You understood? Somebody asked accuracy, Workbench or APDL. Both are different. As per my knowledge, Workbench will give lesser accuracy compared to APDL when you compare both, because it's a graphic user interface. There might be a problem for you defining the inputs. Even though it will solve, it will show you the results. But when it comes to the APDL, unless until you specify inputs in exact manner, it won't solve, it won't to show you the results. That's the little bit difference between these two. As per my knowledge, I will prefer you go with the APDL. Later you can go for the Workbench. Mr. Chandu 1022 is asking, sir, can you please repeat what I'm supposed to repeat? Is it possible for you to write here? What do you want to repeat? Yeah, Workbench was APDL. Workbench is graphic user interface. There n number of modules are available, like safety analysis problems, IC engine problems, turbine problems, thermal problems, structural problems. N number of problems, n number of modules are available in Workbench. Okay. When it comes to the APDL, as I show you, it's limited to some modules, a few modules only. You can see there. I'll try to show you. Structural, thermal, magnetic, like 6 types of problems you can solve. Let's go to the preference. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These types of problems so only you can solve by using this APDL. That means when it comes to the Workbench, there is no end. N number of modules are available. Any one module you can use to solve your problem. Unless until you master in APDL, you can solve the complex problems. Importing is also typical. It won't accept like it.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm taking
Are you
doubts,
taking
sir.
doubts, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
See, complex shapes need relation between the integrated shapes and the measure shapes, whatever drawing you have. When it comes to the APDL, aspect ratio, Jacobian problems, everything it will consider. If it exceeds the limit, it will not solve the problem. But when it comes to the Workbench, you can modify them, or by default it will adjust, it will import, we can solve the problem, we can see the results. But the mesh and accuracy compared to APDL is less only. Yeah, need not to remember any coding or command. It's not that much difficult. Only you have to follow the hierarchy.
Any more doubts you can ask?
Yeah, mechatronics problems you can solve. Magnetic related problems, electrical related problems, you can solve by using APDL. But when it comes to the simulation, like robotics, if you are simulating robotic arm, then you better go for Workbench only, or some sort of electrical related to mechanical, both problems you want to solve, then you can go for APDL.